Petra is a very special place. It is an ancient city, truly old, hidden deep in Jordan's desert mountains. Many people call it the Rose-Red City because its buildings are carved from pinkish red stone. Imagine a whole city made from rock. It looks like a dream or a fairy tale. This city was lost for many long years, and finding it again was a big surprise. Petra is a unique archaeological site, which means it is a place for study. Scientists study old things there to learn about people from long ago. Petra is special because it is so well kept. The dry desert air helped protect it. It is also special because of how it was built. Builders carved it right out of the cliffs, not with bricks but from solid stone. This makes Petra very, very different. Imagine walking through a narrow path. This path is a canyon called the Sick. The rock walls are very tall on both sides. It is the main entrance to Petra. After a long walk, the Sick opens wide. Suddenly you see an amazing building called the Treasury. It has tall columns and beautiful carvings. It is a truly breathtaking sight to see. This is just the first magic of Petra. Petra is so important to the world that it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This means it is protected for everyone. People come from all over the globe to visit. They want to see its amazing beauty and learn about its history. Exploring Petra feels like stepping back in time. You can almost hear ancient whispers there. It helps us see how clever people were. It is a treasure for all of us. The story of Petra started very long ago. More than 2,000 years have passed. The people who built Petra were the Nabataeans. They were a group of Arab people. At first they were nomads moving around. They were very good at finding water, which was a key skill in the dry desert. This helped them survive and become strong. They also became very smart traders. They knew the desert paths very well. The Nabataeans chose a clever spot for Petra. Their capital city was hidden among mountains. This secret location made it very safe. Enemies could not easily find or attack it. The mountains also had hidden water sources. The Nabataeans were experts at saving rainwater. They built dams and channels to collect it. This water system was vital for the city. It allowed many people to live there. Water meant life in the desert. Petra became a very important trade center. The Nabataeans controlled major trade routes. These routes connected lands far, far away. Camel caravans passed through Petra, often carrying spices, incense, silk, and perfumes. The Nabataeans collected taxes on these goods, making them very, very rich people. They used their wealth to build their city. Their amazing kingdom lasted for centuries. Petra was the heart of their power. The Nabataean kingdom did very well. It grew and prospered for hundreds of years. They had their own language and writing. They also worshipped their own gods. But then big changes started to happen. The powerful Romans came and took control in the year 106 AD. Petra slowly became less important after that. Trade routes changed and earthquakes struck. Eventually it became a lost, forgotten city. The buildings in Petra are truly special. They are famous all around the world. The Nabataeans were master builders and artists. Their most amazing skill was carving buildings right into the rock cliffs. Imagine giant sculptures you can go inside. This is called rock-cut architecture. It needed incredible skill and lots of time. The sandstone cliffs were their giant canvas. They shaped the rock into beautiful forms. The most famous building is Al-Kazne, often called the Treasury. It is the first big monument you meet after walking through the Siq. Its front side is incredibly detailed with tall columns and carved statues. An urn sits at the very top. Old stories said it held a pharaoh's gold, which is how it got its famous name. It's a stunning piece of art. But the treasury is not the only wonder. Petra has many other amazing rock buildings. There is the monastery, also called Adair. It is even bigger than the treasury and sits high up on a mountain. You must climb many steps to reach it, but the view from there is fantastic. There are also many grand tombs known as the royal tombs. Each one is different and beautifully made. The Nabataeans' craftsmanship was amazing. They did not just carve simple shapes, they created very complex and lovely designs. They mixed their own styles with new ideas from other cultures nearby. You can see Greek and Roman styles, as well as Egyptian and Assyrian influences. This shows they knew the wider world and were very skilled engineers who knew how to make buildings last. The Nabataeans were truly fascinating people. They started as nomads in the desert, then became rich traders and engineers. They were famous for managing water well, which was a very important skill there. They built clever dams and water channels that collected and stored precious rainwater. This water helped their city to grow and even let them have green gardens. Imagine flowers blooming in the desert. The Nabataeans had their own special culture. They worshipped different gods and goddesses. Their main gods were Dushara and Aluza. Dushara was the chief god like Zeus. They often carved symbols of their gods into the rock. They also had their own way of writing, a type of Aramaic script. We can still see their writing in Petra. These writings tell us about their lives. Life in old Petra must have been busy. It was a lively city full of people. Merchants and travelers came from many lands. There was a main street with columns lined with shops and buildings. You could buy goods from all over. Petra also had a very large theatre that could seat thousands of people inside. This tells us they enjoyed shows. It was a city full of life and sounds. A Swiss explorer found Petra again in 1812. His name was Johann Ludwig Burckhardt. This brought it back to the world's eyes. Its impact on history is very big. It shows what ancient people could do. It teaches about trade, art and building. Scientists still study Petra very closely today. They are always uncovering new secrets there. Petra's beauty still captures our hearts. It is a symbol of human cleverness.